Welcome to episode number 12 of this MLB The Show 22 Postseason series. And today I'm obviously playing my MLB The Show 22 Postseason series. As you can see, the bracket is right in the middle of the screen. As the ALCS is over. The Houston Astros are going to the World Series to play the Brewers or the Giants. And this is Game 6 of the NLCS Best 7 series. The Brewers lead the series 3-2. It's Game 6 tonight, or Game 6 in this episode, or in this video. If the Brewers win, they'll play the Astros in the if the Brewers win Game 6, they'll play the Astros in the World Series. If the Giants win Game 6, they'll force a winner take on Game 7 in the NLCS. As a starting pitcher matchup for Game 6 is Adrian Hauser for the Brewers and Alex Cobb for the Giants. As the Brewers, obviously, if they win Game 6, they'll play the Astros in the World Series. If the Giants win Game 6, they'll force a winner take on Game 7. The Brewers in the NLDS beat the Braves 3-1, and then the Giants in their NLDS beat the Dodgers 3-2. And the Dodgers were the team was the team in the NL who won the NL wildcard game. So the Brewers beat the Braves 3-1, and then the Giants beat the Dodgers 3-2. And then the Astros, on the other hand, they beat the White Sox 3-2 in their ALDS, and then they beat the Rays 4-2 in the ALCS. As the Astros in the ALDS and in Chicago were down 2-1, but ended up winning Game 4 in Chicago 1-0, and then Game 5 at home 3-2 in walk-off style in the bottom of the 9th inning. They were down 2-1 in the series, and they were down 2-1 in the bottom of the 9th in Game 5. And Alvarez had a two-run RBI or two-run walk-off single to win Game 5, and obviously the Astros ended up losing Game 1 of the ALCS, but then won. Where is he at? Yeah. So, like I said, the Astros ended up blowing the lead in Game 1 and lost, but then won Games 2, 3, and 4. Choked the lead in Game 5 and lost Game 5, but then recovered and won Game 3. Or excuse me, won Game 6, 3-2. Let's go to the Giants right here. As you can see, final was 3-2 in 11 innings. As the Astros had a 2-0 lead, and then the Rays came at the tie by scoring 1 run in the 7th, 1 in the 8th to tie the game at 2. But then the Astros ended up getting 1 in the 11th, and then Ryan Presley, the closer, gave up a hit. It was a 2-out single, but then the next guy, which I believe was Austin Meadows, after the Wander Franco had a two-out single at the middle, but then Austin Meadows grounded into a 4-6 fielder's choice, and that ended the game. And the Astros won Game 6 of their series 3-2 in 11 innings, and now it's now it's October 22nd, October 25th, I believe, right? Yeah, October 25th, which is a Tuesday. That's Game 1 of the World Series, and if it's the Brewers and the Astros, I'm not sure who's going to have home field advantage. I think it would be the Astros. I think the Astros had a better record. If it's the Giants and Astros, then I think the Giants would have. If it's the Astros and the Brewers, I think the Astros would have home field advantage. I think. And then if it's the Astros and Giants, I think the Giants would have. And like I said, I can't speak today. If it's the Astros and the Brewers, I think the Astros would have home field advantage. And if it's the Astros and the Giants, I think if it's the Astros and the Giants, I think the Giants would have home field advantage, because the Giants had 107 wins, I think, and the Astros had 95, and the Brewers I think they had less than 95. But either way, yeah. I'm going to Minnesota. My dad and I are flying to Minnesota, fishing my grandpa. We're leaving June 25th, which is this Saturday, coming back June 30th, which is a Thursday. And then Sunday, July 3rd, me, my mom, and my dad are going to flying to Tennessee. It's July 3rd through July 12th. So the World Series in this postseason bracket, yes, I know there's about 2 days between when I dip back from Minnesota and when we go to Tennessee. After we dip back, there's like 2 days between when we dip back from Minnesota and before we leave for Tennessee. But I'm not going to start the World Series in this postseason bracket in those 2 days, because there's no point. I mean, I'm only going to be able to do Game 1, and I don't want to start it, and then I won't be able to play it for 2 weeks or whatever, a week and a half. So the World Series in this postseason bracket will start after I get back from Tennessee. So I did bet from Tennessee July 12th. So I know they're possibly only have, the next episode of the series might be like 2-3 weeks away. But I don't want to start the World Series in those 2 days I'm back after Minnesota and before Tennessee. And also, who knows if I don't have 2 days because of all the flights being canceled and delayed. Who knows? But even if I still say I have 2 days, or it's really 2.5 days, I'm not going to start the World Series in this postseason bracket. No, after I'm back from Tennessee, which, like I said, we did back from Tennessee July 12th. So I'll probably start the World Series, I don't know, July 13th. I'm thinking July 12th is a Tuesday. I'm thinking I'm probably going to start the World Series July 15th, which is a Friday. So I just want to start it on a Friday just because I'll probably start it on that. We did that Tuesday, July 12th. I'm probably going to start the World Series on Friday, July 15th, probably. But either way, bottom line, I'll start the World Series after we get back from Tennessee. So yeah, now let's get into the game six of the NLCS. Right now, let's do it. 10:05 Eastern because it's on the West Coast. Let's get into it. Giants are the red controller and the Brewers are the blue controller. I don't know. I'd rather have alternate. No, I'd rather have alternate one. I like the orange uniforms. So yeah, alternate one uniforms for the Giants. Road uniform. Or do they have any alternate road uniforms? Oh, they do have some. Oh, that's. I kind of like the blue. I kind of actually. Usually, I've been only doing for these posting the names, even the ones off camera. I've only been doing the normal home or road uniforms or alternates, like alternate 1, alternate 2. They have an alternate 3, etc. I haven't had any throwbacks, but I kind of like these blue uniforms from Milwaukee. See, I'm going to do this. Alternate 2, this is the first time I've ever done a throwback uniform. I always just do the home or road uniform for each team, or I'll do alternate 1, alternate 2, alternate 3, etc. Usually you don't see more than 3 alternates. You might see like alternate 1, alternate 2, and then throwbacks. So usually you see alternate 1, 2, and possibly 3. I've never seen a 4 before. But yeah, I'm going to do alternate 1 uniforms for the Giants. Road 70 uniforms, road 1970 uniforms, or let me put it this way, alternate 1 uniforms for the Giants, road 70 uniforms, or alternate 1 uniforms for the Giants, road 70 uniforms for the Brewers. That's the end of the game sets right now. Oracle Park holds 41,915, opened in 2000. Presentation mode broadcast, court counts on, cloud cover, clear skies. And the pitcher matchup for Game 7, if there's one, would be Corbin Burns for the Brewers and Logan Webb for the Giants. But for this game, it's Hauser versus Cobb. Righty versus righty, 75 versus 75. Both pitchers are right-handed, and they're both 75 overall. Righty versus righty, like I said, 75 versus 75. Let's get into it. Well, they're still the lineups. I don't see any problems. Let's do it. And remember, Luis Arias, leadoff man for the Brewers, is playing center base. He took the place in the field and in the bat in order of the injured Colton Wan, who he's out, what, 1 to 2 weeks with, I forgot the injury he suffered. I think it was in Game 4, I think, of the series. But, yeah, it was a 1 to 2 week injury, so he'll be out 1 week or 2 weeks. Or somewhere in between, but he'll be out 1 to 2 weeks, that's what it said. We are here at Oracle Park in San Francisco, California for Game 6 of the for Game 6 of the 2022 NLCS. And the 2022 NLCS features the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Francisco Giants. Hi again, everybody. Vinny James, 34-2, AJ the Man Tape. Welcome to Postseason Baseball here in the show as we're here at Oracle Park for Game 6 of the 2022, or as we're here at Oracle Park for Game 6 of the 2022 NLCS Best of 7 series. Game 6, like I said here tonight. Brewers lead the series. The Brewers lead the series. Best of 7 series, obviously. The Brewers lead this best of 7 series, 3 games to 2, and they are a win away from going to the World Series for the first time. And the Brewers are a win away from going to the World Series for the first time since 1982. It's been 40 years, yes it has. And they'll get to the World Series here tonight. The Brewers will if they can win tonight. First pitch of Game 6 of the NLCS comes away next. Alex Cobb, 1 start here in the postseason, not the loss. 1.35 ERA, 6 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 0.90 WHIP, 1 walk, no strikeouts. I'm not sure. I remember this was a I believe 1 start for Alex Cobb in the playoffs or in the postseason was in the series. I believe it was in Game 1 of the NLCS where the Brewers won Game 1 of this NLCS 1-0, and I believe Cobb was a starter. Sinker, splitter, a knuckle curve, and a four-seam fastball for Cobb, as here's a wrist. As you're on your way, you're in Game 6 of the NLCS. 1-1 pitch to the leadoff man. Ground ball, right side, La Stella, routine. One down, leading off the ball game. Here's our lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers, trying to get to the World Series for the first time in 40 years. They will tonight if they can win. Luis Reyes, Willie Adames, Christian Yelich, Andrew McCutcheon, the DH, Rowdy Tellez, Hunter Renfroe, Omar Narvaez, Lorenzo Cain, and Chase Peterson. 3 home runs as a team for the Brewers here in the postseason. 2 of them were in the NLDS. They have 1 here in the NLCS. It was by Christian Yelich in Game 5, 2 nights ago in the same in Milwaukee. Here's Adames batting at 184, 1-1 pitch, and that is in there. 1-2. Hit the bottom of the zone. He's been at 184. Adames is. That's if I believe 1 RBI. They win an RBI in Game 4. Ground ball foul. That's how it was Joe at RBI, but ended up being the game winning RBI. 1-2 pitch again to Adames. Now we have Brewers trying to hit the World Series for the first time in 40 years. They will get to the World Series tonight if they win. Ground ball, Estella will feel it. Throw, and he had to plant his feet, and by the time he throws it, Adames is safe by a mile. And there was trouble on the transfer. It's a base hit though. The state scores decision is base hit. Runner first one out for Yelich, who had a home run in Game 5 and scored both runs for the Brewers. The Brewers won Game 5 2-0. Yelich had a solo home run in the first inning with 2 outs, and then obviously scored the second run of the game, and the Brewers' second run of the game. RBS into my McCutcheon. 1-2 pitch on Yelich. It's down 175. Ground ball to be 2. Crawford will feel it. Second one. First. And that is not a double play as Yelich beat it out by half a step. Runner at first 2 outs now for McCutcheon. As I just said, the Giants are wearing their alternate 1 uniforms and the Brewers are wearing their road 7 uniforms. Here we go. 1-2 out now for McCutcheon. Down at 387. Ground ball. Estella will go to second. And the inning's over. 1 hit and 1 left for the Brewers. Giants coming to bat, no score in Game 6. Not Corbin Burns. Adrian Hauser, 1 start here in the postseason, got the win. They have no earned runs. They're 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 0.86 ERA, 3 walks, and no strikeouts. I believe this is a starting pitching matchup for today. Adrian Hauser versus Alex Cobb was a starting pitching matchup for Game 1. Obviously, like I said, the Brewers won Game 1, 1-0. Here's your Stremsty. Well, like I said, the starting pitching matchup for this game is Hauser versus Cobb. I believe that was for Game 1 of the series. It was Hauser versus Cobb. And obviously, like I said, the Brewers won Game 1 of the series, 1-0 right here at Oracle Park, like a week ago or something like that. 3-2 pitch to Stremsty. That's a fly ball. That one's crushed to the deepest part of the park. That's towards Triples Alley. That ball is off the top of the wall and gone. That was a weird bounce, but it's gone. And Yastrzemski with his first home run of the series and the postseason. And the Giants strike first in Game 6. That was a weird bounce off the top of the wall in Triples Alley, which is 415 feet out there. He hit the deepest part of the park, which usually you say that about center field, but here at Oracle Park, the deepest part of the park is right center field, which is Triples Alley. They hit the top of the wall, bounced to the left, and ended up going in the bullpen. It was a weird hop. It was a weird hop. And then they said that it was drawn the first time. 429 feet, 105.7 miles per hour off the bat, and the Giants strike first in Game 6. Here's Tommy La Stella, and that's the first hit and first RBI, or excuse me, first home run, first RBI for Yastrzemski in the series and the whole postseason. So yeah, he's been at 106 with no home runs, no RBIs. So his first home run and first RBI of the, RBI of the postseason. But I believe they said that it was drawn here because it was the center is 391, the right center, which is Triple Alley, is 415. It used to be at 420, but now because they moved the bullpens out there, now it's 415. But either way, it's the deepest part of the park. And I believe they said this one was drawn. Well, no, it wasn't gone, because if you watch the bat, obviously I won't watch it back right now, obviously. This is not gone. Because you can see the yellow line, that's just the mark where, because obviously there's a fence down there. But the yellow line's actually on this concrete right here. So that means if it does hit the concrete, that means it would still be in play, right? But then it doesn't, but then it went into the bullpen. It went into the Brewers bullpen. But you didn't see, if you did off the ball, where Tane was, that's Tane. He was still running. If you, like, See, he's still running. And that was me who was running with him until the ball went into the bullpen. So, although it just showed on that line of the ball that it was gone when it hit that railing, that concrete railing, or not railing, but that ledge, that concrete ledge, it wasn't gone. But then it hit the ledge and went over to the left and ended up going into the bullpen. That was not gone until it went into the bullpen, because I was still able to move with Kane, and if I could move with Kane, that means the ball wasn't gone yet. But either way, it ended up going into the bullpen. 1-0 Giants. They strike first here. Dane to the NLCS ground ball. Hauser throw to first, and a recovery by Hauser after giving up the leadoff home run. 1 down here in the first. And here's the starting lineup for the San Francisco Giants. Matthew Stremski is now batting at 125. Tommy LaStella, Brandon Crawford, Brandon Belt, Darren Ruff, the DH, Josh Peterson, Evan Longoria, Steven Duggar, and Joey Barr. 191 team average for the Giants in the postseason, which is not good. But center, 12-6 serve, a 14 fastball, circle change, and a slider for Hauser. He has 5 pitches. Here's Crawford, batting 222. That's the ground ball to the other shortstop, Adames. Throw to first, 1 down, or excuse me, 2 down. Now here's Belt. Who doesn't have a home run or an RBI. The same thing for Stremski, he'll hit that home run. 2-2 pitch now. That's a ground ball, Peterson. He's there. We'll throw out Bell, the pitch by Teles and an over, but Yastrzemski gets the Giants on the board first. Here in Game 6 of the NLCS, thanks to the solo home run. The Giants are on the board first here in Game 6 of the NLCS, thanks to the solo home run by Yastrzemski. And the 1-0 Giants. See, it wasn't gone in the bullpen because it just showed it going in the bullpen. I still can move with Kane until the ball was in the bullpen, so that means it wasn't gone until it was in the bullpen, because it hit that concrete ledge, and that's not a home run. Bobson ended up going in the bullpen for a home run. Here's Teles. Fly ball, Duggar. This one won't get out. Dead center field. Duggar is there. 1 down here in the second. The Giants got shut out in Game 5 and Game 4, so they were shut out back-to-back games. So their shutout streak was, what, 18 innings, which is 2 games, but obviously now it's broken into the Yastrzemski home run. Ground ball, or hit a line drive against the shift base hit. That was I believe, Renfroe. Well, I'm not sure if that was Renfroe, but he was a single. That is Renfroe, I believe. Here we go. Now Narvaez, that was Renfroe. 1-on-1 out for Narvaez. Narvaez runs it right to Crawford. 2-1, first. A double play, and the inning's over. Middle of 2, the score is still 1-0 Giants here in Game 6. Here's Darren Ruff. 1 on pitch. The DH for the Giants. 1 on pitch. No one hit it where no one was. And it's a shift, base hit for Ruff, and here comes Peterson. 1 on, nobody out. Here's Peterson. That's a ground ball. It sort of changed a ton. It hung, but he fouled it back. As Hauser got away with one. As that did Haynes. 1-2 pitch. That is... Whoa! And here the umpires assigned for Game 6 of the NLCS. Behind the play is Daryl Parker. Yeah, and umpires, you saw the umpires assigned for Game 6 of the NLCS. Behind the play is Daryl Parker. Yeah, the strike zone moves around. That one hit the bottom of the zone, but call a ball. 2-2 pitch down to Peterson. Hauser thought he got strike 3 ground ball off the glove of Hauser. Throw! It's offline. As it pulled Teles off the bat, and that's an E1. So he didn't hit the strike 3 call, and that ground ball hit his glove. Would have had him if it was an online throw, but it's offline. Now slap Hauser with an E1. 2 on, nobody out now for Longoria. 1 on pitch. Ground ball, it's at the middle. Arenas will field it late. Sit on the bat for 1. Throwing the first double play. Definitely what Hauser needed. It's a 4-3 double play. 2 down with the runner at second going over to third. They got by Hauser, and Arenas had a late reaction to it, but was able to field it, step on the bat for 1, and throw to first for the double play. Here's Duggar. Runner at third, 2 outs, bottom 2, trying to extend the lead. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him. Last inning, 1 for 3 with a single, Duggar did. 1-2 pitch, or 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, out of the line! Off the diamond, Peterson! Throw to first is way too late! And the Giants hit a 2-0 lead. A bid RBI single with 2 outs, or bid 2 out RBI single over Dudder. He got jammed on the diamond Peterson and in the foul territory, and by the time he threw it, Dudder was obviously safe. 2-0 Giants. Now here's Joey Bart. 5 on the line. Renfroe has to run for this one. They'll make the catch on the run, the end's over. But the Giants get another run on an RBI single by Steven Dudder. And the 2 that scores now 2-0 Giants in game 6. And there's Kane, then Peterson, and then the top of the order, and Arias. Ground ball, Estella right to him. 1 down for Peterson. Now Jace Peterson does have a home run, a 2-run home run. I believe it was in game 3 or 4 of the NLDS. You're at a 150. He's been at 150. Oh, tapper. Longoria will dive off the diamond glove. Longoria infield sin over Peterson. 1-on-1 out for Arias. One on pitch. Ground ball, base hit out by the diamond bell. Throw to center by Yastrzemski trying to get a race to center is not in time. 2-on-1 out now for Milwaukee. And that was 2-on-1 out now for Adames trying to hit the Brewers. At least did a run here for the Brewers here. 1 on pitch. Ground ball, Bell. This should be 2. Second 1. First. And that's another double play. And the Brewers do not score as it's a twin talent and rally ended double play. Middle of 3 to score, still 2-0 in San Francisco. Here in San Francisco. Brewers have another chance. Here's Yastrzemski, a homer in the first. 1 on pitch to Yastrzemski, bottom 3. Giants lead 2-0 trying to force a game 7. No, Tapper Hauser behind his bat. What a snag. Throws it to Tellez on the base as 1 down, unlike earlier. Now it's Costello who grounded out after Yastrzemski's home run in the first. 2-0 Giants, bottom 3. Giants trying to force a game 7 here in this best of 7. And LCS, fly ball, Kane, center field. And there is 2 down. There's Crawford also grounded out in the first. 1-2 pitch, 39 pitch for Hauser. They're almost 3 innings of work. Ground ball up the middle. Adames will field it. Set his feet and throw. It's low. It pitched by Tellez, and it saves a throwing error. And the 3 score is still 2-0 Giants in game 6. Here's Yelich, 0 for 1 in the game. Here we go. 1 on pitch. Ground ball. Crawford right there. Shift is on. Right to second. Crawford is. Throw to Bell. 1 down. Now McCutchen. No, Tapper, Cobb right in front of the mound. And there's quickly 2 down here in the 4th. Now Tellez, who flew out in the first. Or, I don't know if it was 40 pitch number. I believe he flew out in the second, rather. Oh, Tapper on the line. Shift is on. Longoria's got to hurry. And Tellez does not beat it out as he slows molasses. Down by half a step. Middle of 4. It's still 2-0 Giants in game 6 of the NLCS. There's Bell. 0 for 1. 45th pitch number. Hauser full talent. And that is low. A little bit outside. Leadoff 1 for Bell. And here comes Ruff. Ruff is singled and scored the center run for the Giants on the single by Dudger. Ground ball should be 2. Arias glove foot to Adames and a bare hand by Adames, who throws it to Tellez. 4-6-3 double play, 2 down. That one is erased. Here's Peterson to reach on an error by Hauser, the throwing error. 49 pitch coming. 1 on pitch. Ground ball, Hauser. We'll throw this one on line. 1-1 for the Giants and the inning, but it was a wrist on double play. We had the 5th in game 6. 2-0 Giants here at Oracle Park. Here we go. Brewers trying to end the series right here tonight. They're down 2-0. Have to do some work here. It's still 5 more innings to go. 3-1 hitters challenge. That's low ball 4 from Renfroe. Also now 1 for 1 with a single and now a walk. 2-1 talent now in Narvaez, who grounded out in the first. He's a tying run at the play here. Line drive, and it's caught by Crawford. And he throws about the bell, runner at its back, 1 down for Kane. Here's Kane. 2-2 pitch. Foul ball and outdoor curve, still 2-2 to Kane. Peterson on deck if the inning continues. 2-2 pitch. Line drive on the line. Yastrzemski runs on the track. Makes the catch on the run by the foul line. He didn't make the catch by the foul line, but in fair territory. 2 down now for Peterson. Sindel in the third. He's 1 for 1 in the game. And that is on the inside corner, 1-2. First round pick in the 2011 draft by, it doesn't say who, I don't know if it was by the Brewers or another team. 1-2 pitch now as he'd have to call on the inside corner. Little jam shot and upper curve on the inside corner, just wide of third, still 1-2. Still 1-2. Ground ball, Longoria will feel it, will let the go to first, and he makes the catch in and over. Halfway home here in Game 6, the score is still the Giants 2 and the Brewers 0. Back to our order part, 7-8-9 due up for the Giants in the bottom of the 5th. It's Longoria, Dudner, and then Bart. Full count to Longoria, 55th pitch coming from Adrian Hauser. 2-0 Giants, bottom 5. Ground ball, Reyes. 1 down for Dudner. RBI infield sitting with 2 outs in his last at bat. Made it 2-0 Giants as the Giants later start trying to force a Game 7. Fly ball is a perfect, but right to Yelich. 2 down. Here's Bart, flew out in the first. Yastrzemski was, which is the top of the order, and Yastrzemski's up next if Bart can get on. Ground ball, Reyes, routine, 1-2-3 to the Giants. Way to the 6th, and Game 6. 2-0 Giants. Brewers have 4 hits, Giants have 3. Brewers have an arrows by their pitcher. Both teams have some wants out. Here's a Reyes, top of the order, due up for Milwaukee, down 2-0. Ground ball, Estella. Throw to first on the run. Got him. What a play by Tommy Estella. 1 down. Now down to Sindel as one of the 3 Milwaukee hits here. Or one of the 4, excuse me. Ground ball, Bell will throw it. Spins around, throws at the Tom. 2 down. Quickly here in the 6th. Tom's moving. It's throwing 64 pitches through 5 2/3. Here's Yelich. 1 pitch. Shift is on. Ground ball right into the shift. Crawford right a second. Throw on the run. Yelich. 1-2-3 to the Brewers. Middle of 6. The score is still 2-0 Giants in Game 6. Top of the order due up 1-2-3. Yastrzemski, LaStella, and Crawford due up here in the bottom of the 6th for San Francisco. Already up 2-0, and they're 9 outs away from forcing a Game 7. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball off to Yastrzemski's already homered in the game. He doesn't homer this time. Ground ball to Adonis, throws to Tellez, 1 down. Now, no action in the bullpen, by the way. Here we go. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Adonis will feel it. He still has 16 speed, and he's out by 4 steps. 2 down. 8 down and 8 batters sent down in a row by Hauser. He's found the groove here. Both pitchers have. Here's Crawford. Only 68 pitch coming. They're almost 6 innings of work. That was a Hayden pitch, but right back to Hauser. In and over. 1-2-3 to the Giants. Way to the 7th in Game 6. Giants still lead 2-0. Now Brewers have 9 more outs to work with, down 2-0, trying to end the series here tonight. They added some work. They gotta come back to do so. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball outside to start the comeback. And the Giants are 8 outs away from 8 outs away. 8 and the Giants are 8 outs away from forcing a Game 7, which should be right here at Oracle Park tomorrow night in this game, if there is one. 70th pitch down from Cobb. Here's Tellez. Tellez will ground 1. Cobb. And make that 7 outs now. 2 down here in the 7th. As both pitchers are in a groove right now. Here's Renfroe, who's 1 for 2 with a single and I believe a walk as well. The Brewers need base runners. 1 base runner in the time run to the plate. Ground ball. Estelle behind second. 1-2-3 to the Brewers again. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's still 2-0 Giants in Game 6. Bottom 7. Both pitchers are dealing right now, so the Giants have a 2-0 lead. And they're starting to warm up. Brett Suter in the Brewers bullpen, and they're starting to warm up. Tyler Rogers in the Giants bullpen. For now, starter still in the Dangers. Bell, then it's Ruff, then it's Peterson. 4-5 sits. Fly ball, Kane, center field. Routine. 1 down here in the 7th. Here's Ruff to Stindl and scored. And this game, Stindl and scored the center run for the Giants in with this 3rd inning, I believe. Ground ball where no one was, and that's a base hit for Ruff, the 2nd inning of the game, and here comes Peterson 1 on, 1 out. One on, 1 out for Peterson. Full count. Runner stays put. And a ground ball at the middle. Dallas will feel it. 7 on the bat for 1. Thrown to first. Double play in and over. That was ball 4. But he swung at it. Rounds into a 6-3 double play in and over. We head to the 8th. Still 2-0 in San Francisco. Brewers are 6 more outs to work with. Down 2-0. Here's Narvaez. And here comes Tyler Rogers from the Giants bullpen. Since his appearances here in the postseason, 1-0 record. Has pitched 7 and 3rd innings. 1.23 ERA. Submariner. 1-2 pitch. Foul ball. That's an 82 mile per hour four-seam fastball. I mean, its fastest speed is 85. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. Crawford. Routine left side. And Narvaez is retired. 1 down. The top of the order will come up one more time from Milwaukee. We're also in the 8th or the 9th. 1 out now for Tane. Then it's Peterson. Then the top of the order if we get that far. 1-0 pitch now. The Tane is 0 for 2. Ground ball, Estella. And the Brewers haven't had a base runner or a hit in, 4 innings or something like that. 2 down quickly for Peterson. Or Stindl in the 3rd. Brewers have 4 hits. Giants are both teams have 4 hits, rather. But Giants have 2 runs. 1-0 pitch. Foul ball off. The first one was in the bottom of the 1st inning. He scrimps solo home run. And the second one was in the 2nd. 2-out RBI Stindl. 2-out infield Stindl. 2-out RBI infield Stindl by Duggar. 1-2 pitch down to Peterson. Ground ball, base hit. First hit and first pitch run for the Milwaukee Brewers in forever. And now it's out the order. Here's Arias. Time runs is Arias at the plate. Here's Arias. He's a time run at the plate. Ground ball at the middle. Estella will field it. Throwing to center for the force, and the inning's over. 1 hit, 1 left for Milwaukee. Middle of 8. Still 2-0 Giants in game 6. Here we go. Still in the game is Hauser. Energy still in the drain. 84th pitch down. Full count for Longoria. Then it's Duggar. Then it's Bart. Then it's Bart. Ground ball, Arias. Longoria is retired. 1 down. Now it's Duggar who had the RBI single back in the 2nd. Giants scored 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd. Neither team has scored since. To the pitch. Energy of Hauser's in the yellow now. 88th pitch count. Fly ball down the line. And it will find the seats. Down the left field line. Still 2-2. Ground ball on the line past Peterson. And that's a 1-out signal for Duggar. And now it's Barr. And now it'd be the end of the day for Hauser. Bart's 1 for 18 in the series, 0 for 2 in the game. But here comes Brett Suter, a lefty, face the righty. Four-seam fastball, curveball, circle change in a sinker. Here we go, 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to Les, sending 1, first. It's a 3-6-1 double play. Suter comes in, hits a double play he needed. We headed the 9th, last draw for the Brewers, down 2-0. Here we go, and there was no action in the bullpen. They might ask Tyler Rogers to go all the way. And now they're starting out the closer, Camilo Duvall, just in case something happened. But for now, they're gonna. He just got up just now, between innings. So I'll ask Rogers to try to do a sits-out save here. Damas is up, 2-3-4. Heart of the line, a ground ball past Estella, and now it got by Duggar, and all the way to the wall. And stomping at second is Adamas. There was a miscommunication. Duggar, I think, took the wrong route at it. And that to run like Angel had it. They allowed it to go all the way to the wall. Could have went for a triple, but he didn't want to be thrown out third base with nobody out. Now Yelich, he's 0 for 3, and he's a tying run. Now leave Rogers in for now. That's a fly ball, center field. Duggar will get to this one. Well, he tagged up, and they're done a tag. Or he's done a tag. Throw to third. It's going to be off the line. He might have been out if it was on line, but it wasn't. Runner at third, one out now. That runner does not matter. Now it's McCutchen. And here comes the closer for San Francisco. So Rogers does get 4 outs. 4 for 4 on save opportunities. Doesn't have any earned runs. Runner at third is responsible of Rogers. I'm trying to get him warm here. That's why I'm doing this. Came there with the 101, and now he's warm. That's 97, but he can, on his pitches, he can go from slider 84 to 89, 14 fastball 96 to 101, 2-seam fastball 95 to 99. Here we go, runner at third for McCutchen, 3-1 hitters count. He's the time runner at the plate. Ground ball, and it will get through. RBS in over McCutchen, and it's 2-1. 1 on, 1 out now. And McCutchen has some speed at first base with 80 speed, although he's like 35. And it's now 2-1 for Tellez. Or 1-2 pitch to Tellez, and he's a go-ahead run in this ball game. There goes McCutchen. That's a hit and run. Ground ball base hit. And stopping at second is McCutchen. Because ended up going to the runner so quickly. And now it is Hunter Renfroe. Fans on their feet. And Tyrone Taylor will pinch run for Rowdy Tellez at first base. So that's what he's going to do. Because if you have some more speed, a little tapper, because the double play was still on this game here. 2 on, 1 out now. Hits the outfield. Good time of the game. McCutchen has some speed. Ground ball up the middle. Diamond is Losella. He's able to keep it in the infield. That saved the run. Everybody's safe. That saved the run. If they're not buying, that was going to tie the game. Now the bases are loaded for Omar Narvaez. Oh my. But the double play will still end this game, and if it's a little tapper, they might go home. Jake Medina warm up in the Giants bullpen here. And they're selling warm up Devin Williams in the Brewers bullpen if this game continues here. Double play would end the game. It's a 3-1 hitters count. 3-1 hitters count is low. Ball 4 and the game's tied. A bases loaded walk has tied the game. As it was a 3-1 hitters count to Narvaez, McCutchen scores. And that first one is charged to Rogers. Second one is charged to Duvall. Now Kane. Bases loaded, 1 out. Still. Ground ball. This could be 2. It's hard to turn though. Second one. First. Not in time. And the Brewers have the lead. It's worth 3 runs in the 9th. It's a fielder's choice and an RBI for Kane. He probably maybe should have went home. But it's a fielder's choice and an RBI for Kane. Runs in the corners, 2 outs for Jace Peterson. It's a fielder's choice and an RBI for Kane. And here comes Jake Medina, a lefty that faced a lefty. As Duvall gives up at least 2 runs, possibly more, as the runs on base are responsible with Duvall. 1 on pitch, trying to keep it at 3-2. Foul ball 1 and 2, but base loaded walk. It was an RBS single by McCutchen. Base loaded walk for Narvaez, and then an RBS single, or RBI fielder's choice for Kane. Ground ball. Crawford will go to center for the force, and that was really close, but he does get him in and over. But the Brewers get 3 runs, and they're 3 outs away from winning the pennant. Top of the order do it for the Giants in the 9th. 3-2 Milwaukee. And because obviously Tyrone Taylor cannot play first base, Keston Hero will replace Tyrone Taylor at first base defensively. Here we go, and coming in is Devin Williams. Josh Hader was not warming up, but Devin Williams will try to save here. 3 outs, needs 3 outs to get the win the pennant for Milwaukee. Here's the Yastrzemski. 1 at a time, 2-1 for the Giants. He just blew a 2-0 lead in the top half of the inning. Foul ball at the catcher, it looks like. My goodness. Remember, Williams does have a screwball here. 1 to tie, 2 to win. Ground ball, Adames will dive, and it's through the infield base hit, and that is a tying run. That is a tying run. And here comes LaSalle representing the winning run. You might maybe see a sacrifice here Maybe. They're trying to hit the tying run at second base. And he is bunting. And he got it down. Reyes, he got it. Hurry. Does dip the runner or the batter, Lostella, but the sacrifice 4-3. That's the score's decision, I assume. And it, oh, I think it is. But either way, here's Crawford. It's the outfield to tie the game. And the Arsenal of Josh Hader now in the Brewers bullpen. But he wasn't, here we go. It's the outfield to tie the game. Full count. Ground ball. Runner will advance. Thrown to first by Dallas is in time, but the tying run is 90 feet away in the ninth. 2 outs, though. The Brewers an out away from winning the pennant. The Giants a hit away, or possibly a pass ball, an error, a wild pitch. Rolling put it this way: Brewers a hit away, or Brewers an out away from winning the pennant. Giants a hit away from tying the game. It's up to the veteran, Brandon Belt, and they're gonna bring in Josh Hader. So now bring in a lefty to face the lefty, and will they? Here we go. Will they keep Belt in? There's a timer 90 feet away, but 2 outs, bottom 9, runner at third, 2 outs. Timer 90 feet away, but Belt gets out without the run scoring. Then the season's over. And they're gonna bring in Wilmer Flores to pinch it for Brandon Belt here. They want a righty. Here we go. 1-1 pitch. Timer 90 feet away. Can he come through? Popped up! This should do it! Arias under it! And the Brewers are going to the World Series for the first time in 40 years! As they will play the Astros in the Fall Classic. As Flores came in to pinch it for Belt. Flores popped it up to Arias. He makes the catch. And the Giants are stunned. They blew a 2-0 lead in the ninth and lose it 3-2. And they lose the series 4-2. And the Brewers are the 2022 National League champs, and they're going to the Fall Classic where they'll play the Houston Astros. It's the Astros and the Brewers in the World Series. As the Brewers stun the Giants here at Orchard Park. They were down 2-0 going into the ninth inning. They scored 3 in the ninth, and then the Giants did have the time run at third base and 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. But then Flores pinched it for Belt because they didn't want a lefty versus lefty. Belt was a lefty. Brought in the righty Flores to pinch it for Belt. Flores popped up to Arias, makes the catch. He makes the catch. Arias does, and the Brewers are going to the World Series where they'll play the Houston Astros. For Vinny J, the play-off plans for his game. This has been the National League Championship Series. See you in the World Series. This has been the National League Championship Series, like I said, and I'll see you obviously in the World Series, which will be between obviously the Houston Astros and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hader comes in, he just gets the save, 1-out save again. I think he had a 1-out save earlier in the series, and the 1-out he got was on Flores, and that 1-out save earlier in the series, and in this series and in this game he gets a 1-out save, and the one that he gets out is the pinch hitter Flores, but they wanted to bring the Flores to the righty in to replace the Bell who's a lefty because Hader's a lefty, and they didn't want lefty versus lefty. But my goodness, the Giants get absolutely stunned. They had a 2-0 lead. They scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second. But then the Brewers scored 3 in the ninth on a RBI single by McCutchen. And then obviously a base loaded walk for Narvaez to tie the game at 2. And then a fielder's choice and an RBI, or a RBI fielder's choice for Kane. And then the Giants did have a timer at third base and 2 outs in the ninth. It was a single, a sac bunt, a 6-3 ground out. And on the 6-3 ground out, the runner got over to third. And then Flores pinched it for Belt and popped it up to Arias, center base. Brett Suter gets the win. Camilo Duvall, which is the Giants closer, gets the loss. And Josh Hader gets the save, his 6th of the postseason. And also you can see right there, Josh Hader got the save. It says it down there. He's also the player of the game because you can see it says player of the game, Josh Hader. So Josh Hader gets the save, and he's the player of the game. Yastrzemski homered, obviously in the first, then Dudler had a 2-out RBI infield single in the second that made it 2-0 Giants, and then in the ninth, McCutchen had a RBI single that made it 2-1, and then obviously Omar Narvaez had that's an RBI walk, technically because you did an RBI. Narvaez had an RBI walk to tie the game at 2, and then obviously Lorenzo Kane had an RBI fielder's choice to give them a 3-2 lead, and then in the ninth, it was a single by Yastrzemski, and then obviously Lostella sacrificed at a set bunt that moved Yastrzemski to second. Then Crawford had a sits to the ground that moves Yastrzemski over to third, and then Wilmer Flores pinch hit for Brandon Bell, and then Wilmer Flores, like I said, popped up to Luis Urias, the Brewers second baseman, and that was the game. Unfortunately for the Giants, they cannot make it to the World Series. Obviously, they were in the World Series in 2010. They won it in 2010, 2012, and 2014. They haven't been there since 2014, so it's been, what, 8 years, right? Yeah, 8 years. Will be obviously at least one more year until they didn't get back to the World Series, because obviously their season's over. As the Brewers are going to the World Series for the first time in 40 years. Last time they were there was 1982, and that was 40 years ago. Because 92, 02, 2012, and then obviously 2022. So it's been 40 years. They haven't won a World Series. The Astros have. The Astros obviously they're here in 2022. Obviously this is ahead of real life, but in this game, it's the Astros and the Brewers in the World Series. It's the Astros and the Brewers in the World Series. Yeah, it's the Astros and the Brewers in the World Series. The Astros, obviously, this is their second straight year in the World Series, and their fourth time in the World Series in the last 6 years. They made it in 2017 and won it in 2017, lost in 2019, lost in 2021, and then obviously they're here in 2022. So it's their second straight World Series appearance and their fourth World Series appearance in the last 6 years. And then obviously for the Brewers, it's their first World Series appearance in 40 years. First one since 1982, and that's 40 years, obviously. It's 1992, 2002, 2012, and then 2022. And they only have one appearance in the World Series as a team, and that was in 1982. They lost it. So the Brewers have 0 World Series wins, 1 World Series appearance, and that was in 1982. Well, they're making their second World Series appearance in franchise history here in 2022, and now they're in their second World Series in franchise history. The Brewers are, and they're trying to win the Brewers are in the second World Series appearance in franchise history, and the Brewers are trying to win their first World Series championship in franchise. And the Brewers are in their second World Series appearance. Are now in their second World Series appearance in franchise history, and they're trying to get they're trying to get their first World Series championship in franchise history. And if you think, by the way, I purposely had the Brewers win this game, obviously because they didn't score for 8 innings and then they score in the 9th. Well, remember. And yeah, I know I probably should have had the infield at least maybe a halfway in. Because Kane had like 80 speed in the 9th. I mean, yeah, Kane did have 80 speed. I knew that. I probably should have maybe had the infield at least halfway in, because then like you still could have a double play, like for second or a normal double play, like a 6-4-3 where you go to second for the first out and then the first for the second out and the double play. Or you still could do that even if the infield was halfway in. But if it was halfway in, then if you can't do the second and then first double play, where you go second for the first out and then the first for the second out, you at least go home and try to get the go-ahead run. But I might have been able to do it if I might have been able to get the runner at the plate home or out at the plate, but I decided to go for the 4-6-3 double play. Unfortunately, it was a 4-6 fielder's choice because Kane beat out the relay. If it was someone slower, like maybe with even 30 speed, 40 speed, even maybe 50 or 60 speed, he didn't have 80 speed, I think he was going to be out. But unfortunately, Kane had 80 speed and he beat it out. And then, like I said, the Giants have a timer at third base with 2 outs, but then Flores popped it up to a wrist. And then, yeah. But really, in the end, if you're a Giants fan and you're watching this, it's just a game. I know in real life, if you did blow a 3-run lead, and at one point we're 3 outs away from forcing a Game 7, yeah, you would be sad. But in the end of it, this is real life, which it's not. But if it was, it's just a game. And this is not even real life. So if this happened in real life, it's just a game, really. I know it might be sad, maybe for a day or just after it happened, but I mean, in the end, it's just a game. And in real life, it's just a game. And here in this video game, or in real life, it's just a game. And here in this series, it's just a video game. This is just a video game. So I mean, if you lose, well, you can't always win. But when you lose, I mean, this is just a video game. When you lose here, when I lose, when I'm playing my Road to the Show or a franchise, and when I lose, if I lose a day house, and I know it's gonna happen, but say I lose a World Series or lose a postseason series, and we're eliminated from the playoffs, at the end of the line, it's just a video game. In real life, it's just a game, and in this video, in real life, it's just a game, and in this video game, it's just a video game. I mean, a video game is just a video game, and in real life, it's just a game. In real life, it's just a game, and in this video game, it's just a video game. But either way, if you're a Giants fan, you're watching this, I wasn't trying to make you lose. I mean, yeah, I know I have book control. You might think, oh, you're biased towards the Brewers. Why would I be biased to the Brewers? Because they're not my favorite team. They're not my favorite team. And even if, say, that was the Twins in that position where they were on 2-0 and they down 2-0 in the game, and obviously if they won, they would have won the pennant. Obviously, if they lost, I thought they were their season was going to be over because it was only game 6 and they were up 3-2. Even if that was the Twins in that position, I wouldn't be biased because even though the Minnesota Twins are my favorite team, I wouldn't be biased because that would be unfair. Even though I have both controllers, you might think I might be biased, even my favorite team, or really my favorite, especially my favorite team, but other teams as well. I'm not biased to any teams, even my favorite team, which is, like I said, the Minnesota Twins. So the Brewers are going to the World Series in 2022. Here in my Postseason bracket, obviously, like I said, the World Series will start after I get. Like I said, the World Series will start after I get back from Tennessee. I'll do the closing and that slip. And like I said, like I said, I know they're closing in this clip, but remember, at the end of the day, this is just a video game, and I not purposely have the Brewers win this game. So like, you know, think, oh, you don't want to play a Game 7. You don't want to play a Game 7. Well, obviously, I would have played Game 7 if there is one. That's not the reason I wasn't biased for the Brewers and didn't have them purposely come back in the ninth inning to make sure they won this game and won the pennant, and so I don't have to play a Game 7. That's definitely not the case. Bottom line is, I'm not biased because that would be unfair, and it would be cheating if I'm biased towards the team, and it would be unfair, and I wouldn't do that, even to my favorite team, which, I mean, clearly, you would think, oh, you know, the Twins go all the way to the World Series and win it? Well, no. They lost in the ALDS to the Rays in Game 5. So clearly I'm not biased towards them, because you might think, oh, you're biased towards your favorite team. If I really was, I would have them go all the way to the World Series and win the World Series. Clearly not, because they lost to the Rays in Game 5 in the ALDS. And obviously then the Rays lost 4-2 over the Astros in the ALCS. But either way, it's the Houston Astros and the Milwaukee Brewers in the World Series here in my MLB The Show 22 postseason bracket, or series, or bracket and series. As I'm probably only going to be doing this one postseason bracket here in MLB The Show 22 just because I'll be busy with, we're going places for vacation over the summer. I'm trying to do my driver's license. And then obviously soon enough, I mean, not soon enough, but in a couple months I'll be back in school, so only like 2.5 months I will be. But yeah, this is probably going to be my only postseason bracket here in MLB The Show 22. I only did one in MLB The Show 21. I did like 5 in MLB The Show 20. I did like 5 postseason brackets in MLB The Show 20. Not all of them weren't like best of 5, best of 7, best of 7. I think the first like 2, or maybe even 3, it was just like one game for each series. So obviously one game for the wild card game, one wild card, but then obviously one game for the Division Series, Championship Series, and the World Series. And then I think after that I did best of 3, best of 3, best of 5, and then I think I did 1 or 2 best of 5, best of 5, best of 7. I think I did like 1 or 2 of those. But I did I think 5 postseason brackets in MLB The Show 20. Not all of them were like full, where it's best of 5, best of 7, best of 7. Some were single name, single name, single name. Some were best of 3, best of 3, best of 5, and I think one was best of 5. Best of 7, best of 7. And then after that, I said I did 5 postseason brackets in MLB The Show 20, one postseason bracket in MLB The Show, or one postseason bracket in MLB The Show 21, and obviously one so far in MLB The Show 22, but it'll probably be only one postseason bracket here in MLB The Show 22. Probably only one. And if I did do a second one, it might be one where it's just one game for each series, or best of 3 for the Division Series and the Championship Series, and the best of 5 for the World Series. If I did a second one, it would be something like that. It wouldn't be another best of 5, best of 7, best of 7, because I don't have time to play all those games. If I do another one, it would be best single name for each series, or best of 3, best of 3, best of 5. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the Houston Astros and the Milwaukee Brewers in the World Series here in my MLB The Show 22 postseason bracket and postseason series. And yeah, like I said, the World Series, best of 7 series, I film every game obviously. I'm not sure it's on a home field advantage. I believe it's going to be the Houston Astros, but obviously you guys will find out in the next episode, which like I said will be after I get back from Tennessee. Because obviously I'm not going to start the World Series those 2 days I'm back after Minnesota and before Tennessee, because who knows, I might not be back for 2 days because there's so many flights being canceled and delayed. Who knows? And even if I do have those 2 days, I'm not going to start the World Series in those 2 days. So, bottom line, no matter what, mark my words, no matter what, the World Series and here in this postseason bracket will start after I get back from Tennessee. And I get back from Tennessee on July 12th, so I'll probably start the World Series. I'm thinking probably on that Friday, because I get back on Tuesday, July 12th, and I'm probably going to start the World Series here in this postseason bracket on Friday, June 15th. But I'll definitely start it after I get back from Tennessee. So yeah, I'll see you in the next episode, although that's only like 2 or 3 weeks away, but obviously that's not like, that's when my next video is going to be. Obviously I'll be filming, I'll probably still have 3 more videos before I go to Minnesota, because I leave this Saturday. So yeah, I'll probably I would say at least 3 more videos probably before I'll probably post at least 3 more videos before I go to Minnesota. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next one. The next video on this channel will most likely be the next episode of my Vinny J Madden 22 Face of the Franchise series. That will most likely be the next video on this channel, and like I said, the next episode of the series will be Game 1 of the World Series after I get back from Tennessee. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay guys, timer closing the board. Okay guys, timer closing the board. If that's the episode, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets and friends about these videos. And you know, I'm gonna see you in episode number 13 of this MLB The Show 22 postseason series. See you in episode number 13. And you got a bacon and dough Brewers.